The famed number 88 jersey, ranking top 10 in the league in both catches and receiving yards. So, Shannon, how impressive has CeeDee Lamb been? You better be honest here.
He's been fine, but he hadn't contributed to winning. I look at the Cowboys. The Cowboys were a team that couldn't pay their mortgage, but they went out and bought a new car anyway. They didn't need offensive help. It has been glaring because as great as he's been, has it contributed to them winning? Where they've been most deficient is on the defensive side of the football. It has been apparent. I get it, Skip. It's hard to pass up something because you feel you're getting such a great bargain. But how good of a bargain is it if you can't stop anyone from scoring the football? I don't see the value that CeeDee Lamb is going to give you. Now, maybe 3 or 4 years from now, you get the defense addressed and you're like, well, we got him in our folds. I get that. But right now, Skip, and if you look at his numbers, CeeDee Lamb, of his 497 receiving yards, 407 of those have come when they were behind. 82%. So.
But they've been behind the whole year.
Ta-da! Which a defensive player could have possibly helped you not be behind the whole year. That's my point, which I've been trying to tell you. Oh, you like CeeDee Lamb. I did not dislike CeeDee Lamb. I just thought what the Cowboys needed, CeeDee Lamb wasn't going to give them the value at that spot that they needed. Skip, they need defense. Their defense is atrocious. And even though he's putting up good numbers, really good numbers, they haven't contributed to the overall grand scheme of things, which is winning.
All last year, all I heard from you was, Jerry Jeudy is the best receiver in college football. Yeah. Nope. I kept saying CeeDee Lamb is. So far, CeeDee has 36 catches, which lead all rookie receivers. Jerry Jeudy has 17, 36 to 17. I think I was right about this.
Would you concede that CeeDee Lamb had the better quarterback of the two right now? So you take Dak, or would you take Drew Lock or Driscoll or Brett Rippon?
I thought they loved Drew Lock, right?
Skip, they might love Drew Lock, but he's not Dak Prescott. Stop this.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
Well, we're going to talk about Tua, who's going to be the starter for the Dolphins. We're going to do that in a few minutes. But he had Tua, Jerry Jeudy had Tua.
Yes.
And he had Devontae Smith and
you had Baker Mayfield,
Ruggs, and
Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. Kyler Murray, #1 overall pick, Heisman Trophy winner.
Jalen Hurts last year had only one receiver to throw to who got triple-teamed every play, and it was CeeDee Lamb. He was ranked 6th overall on the Cowboy board. He fell to 17th. I loved it that they took him because every once in a while you strengthen your strength.
Okay.
And pretty soon he will become their best, their #1 receiver. And I defy you to show me in this draft, if you're thinking defense, where are you going to go? Do you have a player in mind?
Move up.
Huh?
You should have moved up.
They don't have any draft capital to move up.
Yeah, they could have. Hey, trade some of that for next year.
So I told you, Kayvon Chason was my next pick. It was who I was sitting on there, the edge rusher from LSU, who always leaped off the screen when I watched him. But he did go to Jacksonville, and I've been trying to track his progress, and there hasn't been much to track.
Right. Jacksonville tanking.
Okay.
Jacksonville tried to get the kid from Clemson.
So they're 1-5 is Jacksonville. Yeah. And Kayvon has not started until the last 2 games. He registered 1 assisted tackle against the Texans, and against Detroit, he played 55 snaps and registered goose eggs across the board.
Yep.
He didn't contribute at all in 55 snaps. Well, that's no good, and he's still just a baby trying to figure his way into the league. But could he have helped in the long term? I'm sure he could have. I loved him coming out of college, but I love CeeDee much more. And I was very happy. Jerry sat there and said, I got to do it, and it will only benefit in the long run.
Well, what about right now?
Well, do I wish I had Antoine Winfield Jr., who's lighting it up for Tampa right now at safety? Well, I do, but he went 45th, which was in the second round.
Yeah.
Okay, and 6 picks later, we got Trevon Diggs, and I think he's been pretty good.
I like Diggs. I think he's only going to get better. He will challenge. He's not afraid of the moment.
Yep.
And, I mean, being in Alabama, you're going to be in big games. You'll be in the bright lights. And so he's not in awe of this. Skip, I just thought that I understand that CeeDee Lamb is a phenomenal talent, but what you need right now, Skip, okay, he might end the season with 1,400 yards, but your defense look like it's going to end the season giving up 35 points a game.
Okay, but I thought we could just outscore everybody on our fairly easy schedule, and so far, so bad.
But see, here's the thing. That's Oklahoma. Oklahoma could do that.
That's what they do.
But
that is
then,
true.
if you have one turnover, and your team can't stop anybody, like when they played Alabama. They turned the ball over, and then they couldn't stop Bama. The next thing you know, it's out of hand. And that's what we're seeing with the Cowboys.
That is exactly. They sort of mirror each other.
They do, actually.
Except Oklahoma usually wins games until this year.
Well, you know, they
Texas.
did have the big one. Okay, that was pretty special to be a part of. You alluded to it, Skip. It is Tua time, guys. Breaking news, and I want to get everyone's reaction to Tua being named the starter next.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy, and I won't back down.
Somewhat lost in the Cowboys' lackluster showing was Kyler Murray's 3-touchdown performance. Despite completing less than half of his passes, Kyler's full skill set was on display last night, from his 80-yard deep touchdown pass to Christian Kirk to his 74 rushing yards on a combination of design runs and scrambles. So, Shannon, is Kyler capable of winning a Super Bowl?
Skip, I saw some good things I liked last night, but I still needed to see more. I don't think he played particularly well, Skip, as far as throwing the football. He was 9 of 22, and for whatever reason, it seemed like he and D-Hop couldn't get on the same page. He had Larry Fitzgerald wide open in the corner of the end zone, Skip, and he overshot him by like 10 feet. So there's some, and when you look at him, he threw 3 interceptions in a loss to the Lions. He had 133 passing yards and a loss to the Panthers. And like I said, last night he did not play particularly well, although he had some highlight plays. So he's young. He needs to get more consistent because he can throw the football. He just needs to get more consistent throwing the football. So to project out, I think he's only going to get better. They'll continue to surround him with talent. I say there's an 80% chance that, but Skip, the talent level, Mahomes is going to be, Mahomes is here. Now, the thing is that you'll get the Breeze in the next year. Breeze is probably going to go away. The next year or two, Tom Brady's going to go away. So that's going to increase, you know, Brady kept somehow, those guys, you know, keep a stranglehold on NFC titles. Well, not Brady's in the NFC. So I'm going to say there's an 80% chance, Skip. But I'm not really saying, oh, absolutely, slam dunk, because I still need to see the consistency, the consistent throwing the football. I don't see that on a consistent basis enough for me to say definitively, yeah. Like when we asked Mahomes, we asked this question a couple years ago, I was like, absolutely, Skip. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not there with this kid yet.
Absolutely, there is no doubt in my mind he is capable, Kyler Murray, of winning a Super Bowl. I have been on board from the start, from his days at the University of Oklahoma. You have been skeptical from the start. You have come around a little bit, grudgingly, inch by inch.
That running, Skip, I'm surprised. But the thing is that what I saw, he's not going to let you get no hit on him. If you get close to him, he's like, okay, I give up.
That is correct. Most electric feat I've seen since Barry Sanders. That's what I said when he was at OU. Also, incredibly clutch and tough-minded in the clutch. And listen, without his best receiver, Hollywood Brown, in that Orange Bowl national semifinal against St. Nick's defense, I'm going to remind you, he threw for 308 and 2 touchdowns and ran 17 times for 109 yards. So that's 417 total against St. Nick's. Well, again, Saban's defense tends to give up a lot of yards sometimes, even though they'll outscore you, which they did that night. And it was basically a mismatch because OU's defense was all-time bad.
It still is.
It still is. But the point is, his arm isn't just good, it's big. For such a small man, and I always love Cliff Kingsbury's line, he's been small all his life. It's not like he just woke up today and he's like, oh, I'm too small.
You know, I shrank the kid.
He went 42-0 in high school and won 3 state championships playing small.
And he looked just like it. He's running around. I'm watching the clips, and he's looking the exact same in high school as he looked on the NFL field.
Okay, same way. They are utilizing his quick feet more this year than they did last year. And what I do love about him is what you point out. He was simply the 9th overall pick in the baseball draft by the Oakland A's, Billy Beane, the great Billy Beane, friend of mine. And they wanted him badly because they thought he could be a star, a Gold Glove center fielder who could steal bases. Not Billy doesn't love stolen bases, but who could run on the base pass.
Yes.
Who could make things happen with his legs, with his feet, and big arm and big bat, had power at OU, showed power. So he's a little power plant of a man who gets how to slide. He like the thing that just haunted me about Robert Griffin III was he never could figure out how to get down.
Right.
How do you actually put your feet first and slide to a stop? Because the rules are rigged to protect you, Robert.
And
Just go down.
And you look at the guys, Skip, that played baseball. Look at Russell Wilson. He get it instantly.
Oh.
You look at Kyler Murray. They get it instantly.
Yeah, and they drop so fast where he gives himself up in a heartbeat where there's not even a threat of, should I finish this or not? There's no finish to the play.
Nope.
The defense is just like, we're out.
Yep.
You gave yourself completely up in a heartbeat.
Right.
So I told you that I only saw him for a